Hi everyone, Virgo here. Just a quick announcement. For those of you that don't know, for the last several months I've been working on a book called Under the Sovereign Umbrella, an urgent look at domestic terror. I've had a lot of help writing this 250-page book. The FBI, along with 2 domestic terror experts, have assisted in making sure that this book is up to date and most helpful to those that are interested in what's happening in the fringe and why so many of the scams are on the internet right now. It's very valuable for you to have to share with friends and family, and it comes with a bonus. The bonus is a year's worth of me collecting packages by people who have been ripped off by scam artists, and those packages will be available to you in the bonus along with the book. I have put up a GoFundMe account for the Virgo Triad channel, as it currently is under attack by those it has exposed. The GoFundMe is to assist in putting up VirgoTriad.com's platform of free speech, real facts when searched for, and a debunking index that will allow people to find out real facts behind the scams. For those of you that are willing to donate $50 or more, Under the Sovereign Umbrella, an urgent look at domestic terror, along with the bonus package, will be provided to you as of September 1st on its release free of charge. Anything will help. $1 or $100, it matters not. Let's stick together and stop these scammers from taking over our internet and taking away our free speech. Please search for the link in the description below and visit the GoFundMe page. If you can't help now, that's okay. Just share. Thanks, you guys, and enjoy the video.
Hi, Victoria.
Hi.
Okay, so I have Victoria on the line today. We are going to go over some of the comments that I was not able to release on my channel. And the reason for that is most of these comments were either highly personal or they were rather, I would just say they were rather nasty, to put it lightly. But I do want to address some of these things with you, Victoria, because I feel like it's important that you guys have the opportunity to have a say where everybody can hear what your answers are to these comments, since you don't always get the opportunity to come and look on my channel. And even though some of them I have forwarded to you, there are, a few people that I honestly feel are actually a little bit confused or just don't quite understand the circumstances. And I think that that can probably be, taken care of by just hearing from you. So if you don't mind, I'm going to just ask you a few questions with regards to these comments so that you can put it out there for everybody to know.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. All right. So I think number one is that there is a misconception that people for some reason believe that I sought you and John out to do these interviews, when in reality, you guys actually came to my channel and left information for me to get in touch with you. So can you confirm or deny that so that everybody knows what the real truth is behind that?
Yeah, so we contacted you. So every now and then we occasionally Google our mom.
Mm-hmm.
And when we Google her, her name comes up and we just happen to find your video about her.
Right.
And I watched the video and I commented, saying, yes, this is all true. This is what she does. And we said if you need any more information, we'd be happy to talk to you. I'm a big girl. I can...
I think, that is really disheartening a little bit for both of you to have so many people come forward and question, why are her children doing this? But what people may not realize is that you guys are both adults. Really adults. You're not children. So, it's a little bit insulting to you guys to have people making claims like, you're not old enough to have your own opinion or do your own research.
Yeah, it's a little bit ridiculous because they don't know us.
That's right. That's right. They don't know you at all.
They don't know how old we are. I am 27 years old, and I am perfectly capable of doing my own research and contacting people that I feel should have information.
Right, and I mean, John's your big brother, right? He's your older brother.
He is like second to oldest, yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, you guys definitely are of an age that you can do your own thing. It's really, that was really kind of irritating to me, too, because it's like, my goodness, you know, they really honestly, I think, believed that you were much, much younger, both of you.
Yeah, I mean, I don't look 27.
You look great.
But, thank you.
You look great.
You didn't track us down. You didn't search for her children or anything. We knew that she was doing YouTube stuff. And even if you go into YouTube and you type in her name comes up on other people's channels as well.
Right, yeah. That's true. You know, one of the other comments that I get on a regular basis, which actually probably will really make you laugh, is that for some reason, and I don't know if there's something in, you know, if April's trying to defend herself and make claims of this nature to try to throw people off or think that you were not telling the truth or something, but it appears as though there's a fairly decent amount of people that believe that you were paid to do interviews, you and your brother.
Yeah, no, we're not getting paid.
Yeah, no. I'm actually a cancer patient right now, and there would be no way possible financially for me to do that regardless. But, you know, without having other people there to back up what you're saying, it's very difficult for people that do not know me to be able to just trust me. So it's easier if I have you guys there to confirm what I'm saying, too. But I do not pay for interviews at all, period, no matter what they are. It would not matter. That's not something that I do.
So we reached out to you. We reached out to you, and that's how this all started. We're not getting paid to do any of this.
So I think that there's a lot of people, and I know you stated this in your very first interview, which you did a wonderful job on, but maybe it's worth stating again, Victoria, your reasons behind why you came forward in the first place, why you reached out to me in the first place.
Well, it's because she's done other scams before, and I don't want other people wasting their money on something that isn't real.
Right.
It's not real. Like, seriously, do your research, like, with anybody.
Absolutely.
Like, don't believe anybody. I mean, I got scammed on Facebook. I stupidly believed an ad, and I spent some money, and I got scammed. You know, I should have done my research, because there were so many signs that said, hey, this is a scam.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. And it's happening all over social media right now. It's happening all over online, which is one of the reasons why I so badly want to be able to advise people every time there's some crazy scam that comes up. But obviously I don't get to them, you know, as fast as a group of people could, or really as fast as the scam artists can put them up, is the saddest part.
Well, and I also want to go back to what she has said before.
Okay.
If it's too good to be true, it is too good to be true. She has stated that in some of her videos. Mm-hmm. So if you think collecting all of this money by filling out some paperwork is too good to be true, it probably is.
Yeah, absolutely, 100% true. That's very good advice. And she does offer that advice. And the saddest part is that she speaks out of both sides of her mouth when she's offering that advice. Because at the same time, she's selling a package that is nothing but scam. So it's very upsetting. But you know, there's a couple of things. I really wanted for John to be able to be on the interview with us today, but he was unable to. So I wanted to just run these couple of things by you that people have questioned, you know, on John's behalf. One of the things that got questioned a lot that John wasn't able to respond to, or actually he did respond to a comment that was made of somebody who had gotten a little snide with you, and he was coming to your defense and basically, you know, kind of let out a little bit more information than we really did on our call with regards to the storage unit that you guys were living in for a while. I wanted to give you the opportunity to speak on that because some of the comments that came back with John making that comment were really not very nice. And they almost made it seem like they didn't believe what he was saying because he was saying it about you being placed in that situation. So I'll let you have the floor so you can kind of explain maybe what he meant by making that statement.
Okay, so my mom had rented a storage unit below a store, and she was turning that into like a little thrift store. So yes, in a way, we did live in a storage area. Being with my mom and my dad did his hardest to make it a home. There was no bathroom in there. So occasionally we had to run to the restaurant next door to use their bathroom because we did not have a bathroom in there.
I see.
And my dad was able to put in a working bathtub, a working sink, a working toilet. He worked really hard to make sure that me and my sister had everything we needed.
That's great. Okay. Yeah, well, that helps a lot because although I do not appreciate what April is doing, and I do not appreciate the scams, I don't want there to be misinformation out there that suggests something that's not true either.
Yeah, and it's not like she didn't throw us in a storage unit or anything, if that's what they were thinking he meant. No.
I think there was a lot of confusion around that comment, that they didn't really know whether he meant you were thrown into a unit or whether you were all living in a unit. I think there was just a lot of confusion. And everybody keep in mind, too, and I've explained this to you also, Victoria, that these are comments that didn't actually get allowed to go onto the public forum on my channel because a lot of them were extremely abusive towards both John and Victoria, and I was not going to allow that I was not going to allow either one of them to be attacked. So the comments that we are addressing are ones that are not on the channel for obvious reasons. So the second thing that I wanted to address that I know we've both spoken about and both of us were quite irritated with because John is a very sweet individual and he and I talked pretty heavily about this when we were on the phone, but this lie about the Sharia law and how he believes in, you know, being abusive to women and all of these other things. Can you kind of elaborate on that a little since I couldn't get John on the phone today?
Every time I hear her say that, like, it really makes me mad because it is not true. If anything, he was referring to how the Bible and the Sharia law are similar in a way. Like, he doesn't believe in Sharia law. He doesn't believe in the Bible. There's similarities to everything. So the fact that she has to go around saying that her kids believe in Sharia law is absolute crap. Like, it's not true.
Right. That's what I figured, too. And I know that John did try to address this at one point to a comment that got really out of hand, and I had to stop the conversation because the other commenter had gotten really nasty. But as far as that is concerned, I did want to address that because having spoken to John more than once at this point about this scenario, I know for a fact that that is not true, and it's terrible that that would be something that would be spread in the manner that it was. So let me just ask you, because I don't want to keep you for a real long time, is there anything at all that you would like to tell anyone listening to this video, anybody who's watching your mom April's videos, or anything at all that you want to say just to the general public with regards to your previous interview or any of the comments or, you know, the scam itself, anything that you want to say at all.
Well, like I said before, just do your research, and like my mom has said in her videos, if it's too good to be true, it probably is. So please do your research, and I would suggest this to anybody. It's not just talking about my mom. It's talking about every other scam that is going on.
Right.
Research. And these comments, it's like these people, they don't know me. They don't know my brother. They don't know the situation that we were in when we were kids. They're getting one side and believing just that one side instead of getting the full story.
Right.
Because she doesn't want to look to be a bad mom. And there were times where she wasn't a bad mom, but those were very rare times.
Well, and I think the whole point of you guys actually coming on was not about her being a bad mom. It was about the fact that you as children witnessed these, as children and as adults, witnessed these scams that have been a consistency in her history and up until recent. I mean, that was the whole point of the interview.
She would go back and forth, like, because she did her eBay scam for a while, and then she stopped, and then she, you know, picked it up again for a little while and then stopped, and now she's doing this. And
right.
And it's not like we're sitting here trying to get her in trouble. We're trying to get her to just stop what she's doing, come to her family that actually really do want her around, see her grandkids that some she hasn't even seen.
Wow.
You know, she doesn't even ask about. This is what we want. It's not to go around and badmouth her or anything. It's just to, hopefully this will get her to stop and just come be a mom.
Oh, that's certainly understandable. And let me just say that with what you and John, it's been a month since our interview. Yours and John's were within a day of one another. And there have been many, many people that listened to your interview, and the majority of the comments, I would say 95, 96% of them, were very kind and very thankful for opening their eyes to the scam and for assisting them to not fall in any deeper to that particular rabbit hole, we'll say. So it's not like there were a whole slew of comments in comparison to the whole bulk of what everyone thought. Everyone, you know, the majority of them really were just so grateful to you for coming forward. And I'm sure they'll be grateful to you again for clearing these little things that were, you know, confusion points for people up. Yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and stop the interview now. So from this point forward, it's just going to be you and me. Okay?
Okay.
Okay.